so on today's episode, we're out here in Needville, Texas, which is, of course, home of Brazos Bend State Park, which is where we're at. Looking for alligators and snakes and whatever we might find. So I almost didn't notice this little guy. And it is beautiful. Look at this little fella. This little baby cottonmouth. Look at this guy. He is just gorgeous. He's just right out here on the trail. I really didn't expect him here, but all the same, here he is. Now, being we're in a state park, can't really, go hands-on with this guy, so we're just gonna check him out. That's very neat. Sweet. So here we have an American alligator. Now these guys are awesome. I mean, this one right here is probably in the 6-7 foot range. If it's a male, he may get up to 14 feet. If a female, more like 9-10 foot. But as we look at the head of this prehistoric looking creature, let's not forget that it does have nearly 3,000 pounds of pressure in its bite, so don't get too close if you see him out in the wild. All right, so today is a new day, and we're no longer at Brazos Bend. We are at one of my usual spots, but so basically yesterday, being such high heat, there were not as many alligators out as I'm accustomed to at Brazos Bend. So today, we're gonna come down here and see what we can get into. Whew, stumble a little bit. Let's see. Nothing to there. See. Yep, nothing under there. Alright. I was looking here and I caught sight of a nice long shed right there. Very cool. Kind of a surprise there. Is that the head right there? Oh yeah. Look at the eye caps on and everything. That's pretty interesting. Pretty cool. A little Gulf Coast toad. I always like finding these dudes. Pretty cool. They're all over the place, and of course, they do provide nutrients by being the food of many snakes that live out here. But just in and of themselves, they're pretty cool. Fella. Now I am gonna try to see if I can get a closer look at this guy, but there's all sorts of ways for him to escape, so we'll see. Up and shooting down the stream. It's gonna be really hard to get him now. Because it's hard for me to get where I'm going without muddying up the water. Now, he could be anywhere right now because I did not see where he went. And that's what I was talking about. I knew that it would be very possible for him to get away right here because shooting down the stream's easy, and he's just a little feller. Easy to camouflage. Don't see him. Ow. Yeah, sometimes you take a nip. Ow. All right, so here we have a broad-banded water snake. And of course, you know, I love these little chaps, non-venomous little cool little guys that you know, you'll find them eating things like fish and frogs and probably tadpoles, all sorts of aquatic life like that. And they are super awesome, and I think they're very beautiful, beautiful additions to our ecosystem. Now this guy is quite young, you know, but he will get up to about, I don't know, 2.5, maybe 3 feet. I mean, you've seen, I mean, you can see them larger, but I think commonly whenever I find adults, I found them around the 2.5, 3 feet range. They can get bigger though. But I find the erythrogasters actually, out of the water snakes, I usually find larger. For some reason, I always seem to find them pretty large. I mean, every now and then I do find babies, but it seems like I find a lot of adults, at least in the areas that I check out. And of course, when I say the erythrogasters, I'm talking about the plain belly water snake. But anyhow, it's a beautiful, beautiful little snake here. And as you see, no harm. Look right here with my face, no harm. No harm with this little pal. Now they do have anticoagulant, and they do have some decent little teeth because they do have to hold on to things like fish and whatnot when they catch them, and even frogs. It's very nice to have those teeth. So if you do take a bite, it can be a little painful, and definitely can be bloody. But other than that, you're you're doing all right. So let's let this guy go back to what he was doing. Oh, a beautiful snake, though. Look at that guy. His underbelly right there is just really, really nice. Ventral scales, just orange and reddish and kind of like that creamish color. Very beautiful. Let's see. Now he was right over here, so I'm going to let him back where he was. All right, so we did find a few more things, but this extreme heat can really make it a challenge to find any kind of reptiles. And you might think, hey, don't reptiles love the heat? Well, they do like heat. They don't like extreme heat, though, unless they're maybe from an area where it's just that's the usual, but it's not down here. So although obviously anybody that lives in Texas knows that it does get into the hundreds just about every summer, but the longer that stretch is, the harder it is to find snakes during that stretch, and other reptiles as well that might have to seek some cover or seek cooler areas, and so it can make it a challenge, as I say, to find them and make it a little tougher. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I truly appreciate you watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Like and comment, but again, subscribe, please, because I'd really, really, really appreciate that, and then it makes me just one more step closer to monetization, which would be great, because if I was monetized, maybe I could afford me a real camera, because I'm filming with my phone here, filming a new camera, and what would be really awesome is maybe a trip to somewhere we can find some more exotic, venomous snakes and things like that. So don't forget to subscribe. And again, thank you very much for watching.